my best to follow them in this world of machines. We starving for oxygen. All I can offer is these.
This is going to be a big episode, so let's jump into it. Okay, so some Dark Souls 3 gameplay has been released. We got some new maps on Rocket League. The Overwatch Beta is returning. We've got an awesome story on Reddit that I can't wait to share with you guys. Let's jump into this. So first of all, some new gameplay has been released of Dark Souls 3. Now, a lot of the media is covering it as a leak. It actually wasn't. It was just a developer live stream that someone took and uploaded on YouTube. But nonetheless, what I want you guys to take away from this is that the gameplay is looking more and more like Bloodborne, but only in a really kind of smallish way. They've added in a sidestep or a dodge. Most action games, like Dark Souls, have this already. So it is really cool to see that it is going to come in, just an extra feature anyway. By the way, the game does look fantastic. You guys have seen how I feel about it. So I'm going to keep this very, very briefly because Rocket League has updates left, right, and center. They've got some Deadmau5 stuff coming in soon, kind of like Diablo did. But there's 3 new maps being introduced. I think what's worth talking about is one of the maps has been commented to be very similar to the previous iteration of Rocket League. Now, if you guys don't know, Rocket League was actually another game before what it was. It basically got rebranded and finished up. In case you didn't notice when the game very first launched that there were a lot of people that were already awesome at that game. That's why. Okay, so let's jump into kind of the bulk of the episode, and that is PewDiePie and Rooster Teeth finally releasing their exclusive content to YouTube. Now, this is all because of YouTube Red. We've all heard about it. It's basically YouTube's new subscription model that gives you ad-free content, a couple of other good stuff as well. And one of those features is going to be exclusive content, and it's official. So if all of you guys in the US that are subscribed to YouTube Red will check it out. But anyway, the story's not so much about PewDiePie and Rooster Teeth. It's about YouTube Red in general. Now, when it very first got released, it was promising to offer content creators like myself a better income from YouTube. Now, I can confirm that that is absolutely not the case. Now, it is still in beta in the US only. It hasn't hit any other countries yet. But what I will say is that, I've even heard Force comment on how bad the YouTube Red money is. Some YouTubers are actually benefiting it though, including Total Biscuit. But you kind of have to be the top of YouTube to really benefit from it financially. I can tell you firsthand that, one of my more popular videos, for example, in the last 3 months, made about $60 or something like that. And regarding YouTube Red money, the same video, the same everything, made $0.77. Thanks for this extra 77 cents, YouTube Red. I'll put that to good use. Don't worry. Okay, so the Overwatch Beta is coming back on February the 9th, around about a week away, depending on when you're watching this video. But what I think is exciting about this is that there's 2 big things. So there's a whole heap of new features that are coming in, and I'll tell you why this is important. But the other thing is, are they going to introduce some new players as well? So let's jump into some of the new features. They've got a brand new game mode, 2 new maps that have been introduced, some balancing, that kind of stuff. But the biggest feature being added to Overwatch is definitely the brand new progression system. I really like this. It makes it feel like your character counts. And the way Overwatch works right now is that if you're playing for a healer, the stats don't really tell you if you're actually doing good or not. So that is kind of one problem. Very different to, say, Heroes of the Storm, where you can check your stats and find out how well you are actually doing. Overwatch is a little bit different though. So the progression system sounds very interesting. Now let's get on to the beta part. Are we going to actually get invited to this? Here's what I will say about it. For everyone who were previously participating in the beta is welcome to come back and play it again. But the thing about that is they won't get 100% retention rate on that. Not 100% of the players will come back and play the beta. Don't get me wrong, it might sound like it for you guys where you're like, fucking oh, they'll be straight back there. But, then again, everyone's not really who got invited might not have been excited about it as you or I who, follow these types of games. So yeah, I definitely think there's going to be some more beta invites. It's going to be good. Okay, so let's jump into this Reddit story. I fucking love this. It popped up on Reddit, but Kotaku covered it, so I'm going to give them a bit of credit there for finding this one. But basically, a couple of brothers couldn't afford to buy their own Pokemon cards, and what they actually end up doing is making their own game, their own version, and hand drew up their own cards just so they could play their version and just have some fun. And I thought that's such an amazing story. because, you know, I've got an older brother and we used to do things like that, and it's just really cool. The feels are real in that one, so I thought I'd share with you. It's nice, right? Anyway, friends, thanks for joining me as always. Please subscribe and, yeah, join me next time. See ya.